Hi, I'm Bob Miller, and you're watching yet another episode of Yoga with Bob on Mana TV International. Coming up into a tabletop position, making sure the knees are stacked directly under the hips and the shoulders stacked over the elbows, stacked over your wrists, bone stacking, pressing into the ground. We want to focus on pressing the ground into the pads of our hand. So down in the bottom here and the pads of our hand up here. And right in the center, we want to create a suction. So this will not actually be touching the ground. We want to press through here and here. And we can just even just bend the fingers a little bit and create this suction right in here. So I'm not sure if you can see that, but that's where we want to be. You just want to press directly down into the pads to create that suction into the floor. Bend the fingers just slightly, and then slowly drifting the shoulders back behind the wrists as you melt down into your heels. Your gaze is just right out in front of you on your mat here. And just make some movements front and back, making sure that you're not locking the elbows, but that your arms are straight. You don't want to keep the elbows bent. You want them nice and straight here, just not locking them out. Just keep moving back and forth. And then taking the hands to a 45-degree angle, moving them out to the side, shoulder stacking over the wrists, and then just make little circles here. So you're still pressing into the palms of those hands with that suction cup, and just making little circles. So the motion comes from the wrists. So we really don't want to be moving our hips around. You just want to be stacked over the wrists and just making circular motions here over the wrist. And then one more time in the opposite direction. Taking the hands and turning them out to a 90-degree angle to the side edges of your mat, the fingertips. Bone stacking directly over the wrists. And we're going to sway from right to left. So again, we're not moving the hips. We're keeping the body still. The knees are under your hips directly, and the shoulders over your wrist, and we're just moving from left to right, left to right. And as you move over, the shoulder will come over the wrist, and then it will come back over the wrist in the opposite direction. And if you feel any pain in the wrists, just back out of the pose. You shouldn't feel any pain. You should feel maybe a little bit of discomfort, but any pain, you really want to back out of these poses. Just like any of the other poses that we do, a little discomfort is okay, but pain is not. Breathing here. Breath with movement. So inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, and exhaling. I would like for you to join me once again with tucking your toes back under. And you're going to take the fingers back towards the knees. So you're still stacked under your hips with the knees. Your hands are back towards the knee. The left hand, the fingers can be towards the front of your mat as an option, or if it's comfortable for you, turn both hands back so the fingers are facing towards the knees. The movement here is also just front to back. Now we're not putting a lot of pressure on the toes, but that's okay. We're just reintroducing that same asana that we did in the beginning of stretching the toes. Working on the wrists, just small movements back and forth. If bigger movements are okay for you, Then reintroduce those into the poses, just moving. And then sit back onto the tops of your feet. Just shake out the hands, shake out the wrists, circle motions. And taking the fists out to the front, you're going to open the fingers nice and wide, and then close those fists nice and tight. Arms are reached right out in front of you, shoulder height. Open, so it's such an explosive move right here. Open, close, open, close, open, close. If you would like, you could even come up onto your toes and sit back or sit up. Open, close, open, close, open, close. And we're going to get a little bit faster, faster, and as fast as you can. Open, close, and then shake it out. Nice, good job. Actually, coming back into a tabletop position here, bringing the elbow directly under the shoulder again. You're going to bring the palms face up, so that the bottom of your forearm is here, and then taking the side of your other arm, keeping the palms up, you're going to roll into the forearm. So just moving little motions right here. This is going to feel so good. You are going to thank me later, I promise. So just rolling and pressing, using your body weight as you shift forward into the massaging arm, and just maybe even coming into the hands, using the elbow, massaging into the hands, the palms, and then start back over, just coming back here all the way to the top by the elbow crease, and just rolling down into the arm, coming into the carpal tunnel area, just rolling through and massaging it all out. And the fingertips, and then just shake it out here. Maybe give yourself a little scarecrow, and coming back into the other side. And really shift the weight down into the arm. Remember, if it's painful, stop. But any discomfort, that's okay. You might even hear some crackling going on. Maybe the wrists are cracking, the fingers as you get up towards the fingers. Remember to use your breath with the movement. Inhale and then exhale as you roll through the hands. And then start all the way back from the top one more time. Nice. And then coming back, shaking it out one last time. And then finding your way down to the floor. I'm just going to take your feet here, reaching the arms out in front of you, and grab the toes right here, and just pull the tops of the toes back so that the toes are facing towards your chest. And then release the toes and stretch them all the way forward, pulling it back, releasing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. So just bring your knees in and give yourself a big hug right here. Just drop the chest down towards the top of your quad muscles, top of your thighs. Your hands could be on the outside or the inside. slowly just extend those legs out in front of you and find your way down to the floor behind you, resting the back on the floor. The shoulder blades are wrapped underneath you. The palms are faced up. The feet come to the outer front corners of your mat. And just relaxing right here. And draw the belly down and up into the rib cage, pressing the lower back into the floor. Just give yourself thanks for allowing your body to take this practice in such a beautiful way and explore it. And continue breathing here. Relaxing the lips, relaxing the eyes, relaxing the cheeks and the forehead and the space between your eyebrows. Relaxing your ears, relaxing the hair follicles on your head, relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the elbows and the forearms, relaxing the tops of your hands into the floor and the fingers, all completely relaxed, nothing to do. And relaxing the hips and the back of your thighs, and your calf muscles, and the ankles, and the tops of your feet, and the bottoms of your feet, and the toes, and the spaces in between the toes. Start to deepen your breath here. Start to bring some movement back into the hands and the feet. You might hear lots of crackling after doing all those nice movements. The toes, scrunching the toes and the hands. And then rolling onto your side. Pressing the top hands into the floor. Coming back up into a seated position. Bringing the palms together, pressing the hands into your heart-chest cavity. Thank you for joining me. Yoga with Bob on Mana TV International. Namaste.